Ian from In 30 Minutes Guides, and this is a message for any of my fellow Gen Xers in the United States and how they're planning for retirement and healthcare when they do retire. This is the Trustees Report from the Social Security Administration. You can find it online, and recently they reported that Medicare will basically become depleted to the point where they can't pay out full benefits starting in 2031. And that's a big deal for anyone who's a Gen Xer, even though most of us aren't able to retire just yet. We certainly will be starting in the 2030s, including myself. And the idea that we'll only be able to get 89% of total scheduled benefits, that is really ringing alarm bells for me. I mean, I'm a small business owner. At one point, I was paying for healthcare on my own, and it was super expensive, huge deductible. It was a disaster. Medicare is not perfect, but it's a lot better than having to deal with this on your own. And what I fear is that if only 89% of total scheduled benefits are available for Medicare, we're going to have to pay out of pocket huge amounts of money for basic health care as well as for advanced procedures that are typically required for people as they get older. You know, I anticipate having more and more health issues as I get older, and Medicare is really a key part of that because, of course, most of us don't have private employer insurance. So if you are a Gen Xer, I advise you to stay on top of this and also to urge your elected officials, regardless of their party, regardless of their affiliation, regardless of their attitudes towards Social Security, they need to be aware that you're concerned about this. This is something that we paid into for our entire working lives. We were promised something just as earlier generations were, and now we're not going to get it. And this also affects other people who are receiving Medicare benefits. But you know, for us, like right out of the gate, as soon as we start retiring in the 2030s, this is going to be a big issue for us. So keep on top of that. Let your elected representatives know. And also, a way to keep on top of that, incidentally, is not through the Social Security website. Actually, it took me a long time to find this particular statement. I did hear about it through AARP, and I know fellow Gen Xers, that's kind of a joke that we're getting appeals from AARP, but actually when it comes to Social Security and Medicare, they're really on top of things. And also seek out reliable news sources that report on these issues. NPR actually had a pretty good report about Social Security and Medicare. They explain why this is happening, because basically the trust fund is not having enough money coming in as it's paying out, and this is a trend that will continue as fewer and fewer working age people are contributing to Social Security and to Medicare. So this is a looming issue for all of us. Stay on top of it. If you want basic information on how Social Security works, as well as a little bit of information about Medicare, it doesn't get into the details. Social Security in 30 Minutes is a book series that my company publishes by author Emily Pogue. She worked in human services for more than 10 years. She knows this stuff backwards and forwards, not just retirement benefits, but also disability benefits. So this is a good starting point. You can find out more about the book on in30minutes.com, and I'll also have a link in the show notes too. Thank you so much for watching.